So you want to see Sasha? Don't drink. Well, I'm gonna have to get her caught up on a few things first. Just give me 1 second. Oh my God! Ah! Ah! Oh God. Surprise, motherfucker! Oh my God!
Finally, time. It's the end of The Walking Dead season 7.
And the end of us. Oh, okay.
We're back.
Nope, but
Welcome back to the Milky Moment, guys. This is our little bit of a final review for the season.
yeah.
So this is gonna be a little bit different than the last review. We're gonna basically sum up everything that happened in the season and then do the finale. So we have the introduction of Negan and
Yep.
the events that followed afterwards. We've had betrayal. We've had
Lots of deaths.
lots of main characters from Rick's group dying,
Loss of trust.
loss of trust, and making new allies and losing potential allies. We are now at the very final season, well, final season, but the season finale of season 7.
Yeah.
And what we had was, what Rick was trying to do was get the bad speaking ladies group
Speak away.
to assist them in the fight with Negan. And long behold, they've been double crossed.
Okay. I mean, when it came, I wasn't surprised, honestly. Like the death.
Okay, I think we're missing one part though, is with Dwight. I think
Right.
that was the one thing I didn't forget to mention, was that Dwight was captured by Rick and Daryl and them.
Yeah, he was, and he wanted to help. And I still think, like, progress through the episode, he still is trying to help. But
I think we'll see that happen in season 8.
yeah,
'Cause-
like at the very end when Daryl picked.
yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm just
Yeah, you
doing
go.
the Dwight thing right now.
Okay.
When he picked up the little clay-looking soldier, it said "didn't know" on the back, and I'm guessing that was Dwight trying to message them, saying that he didn't know that those bad speaking ladies group was gonna like double cross them. So it was like a change of plans. So he's still trying to help in the best way possible.
I think they were in contact with Negan long before Rick was around.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they already had a solid deal in place of what was going to happen. She demanded 12, he wanted 10. She settled on 10. And I knew from a fact, just the way her attitude was with Rick, that she was not going to be helpful at all. The fact that she demanded all these guns
And Rick.
yeah, that was very creepy.
That was funny.
That was even like Rick was just like no. He like walked
no,
away
man.
and she like turned her head back at Michonne, and it's just like how it ended a little bit. So the double cross happens, and it's just a huge little firefight between Rick's group at the moment. They're captured by Negan. Their explosives were disabled from bad speaking ladies group, I assume.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing, because Negan's group wasn't there at the time when it happened.
Eugene was basically telling them he surrender now, or
The part of me wants to hate Eugene right now. I used to love him, and now it's just like he's hard to trust.
He's
like
he's the enemy now.
pretty much
Like he had the opportunity to kill Negan when he had the chance. And the moment that he didn't take that opportunity, I knew for a fact that he was on board with what Negan wanted to do.
yeah.
And it goes back to what I said before the last time with how he's a purpose now in the group.
He's a purpose, and I also still think he's kind of afraid of what could happen to him, because remember with back then with Abraham, he had to use his intelligence to survive, so he potentially used Abraham because he had the muscle and he was the brain, so he used them to like just survive pretty much the apocalypse.
So then, thankfully, Morgan sides with Ezekiel, and he's like,
Start
I guess Morgan's original plan was to go solo after Negan, but then they realized if they had the Kingdom's armor on, they're going to come after the Kingdom next. They need all to be on the same page.
Yeah.
And when we thought it was like losing hope for Carl, they came to rescue in the best way possible with
Shiva
attacking the first man.
That was so sad. That was so nice to see.
Suck that, PETA. we're gonna have their comment and be like, oh, shut this channel down immediately.
Do it now.
So, what we thought was just gonna be the Kingdom. Hilltop comes, and it's just Negan's outnumbered, and he's panicking. His people are getting killed left and right. The bad speaking ladies, people's gonna get killed left and right, and they're on the defensive and they're on the run.
Pretty much.
And Michonne is almost killed.
Luckily, I'm guessing she flipped over that woman and she landed on the ground.
She was long gone. But then came the most important part before anything happened was Sasha becoming a walker. And
losing.
I honestly believe the reason why those scenes of her like having the flashbacks kind of brought back the whole, you see your life with flash of very eyes before you die.
Yeah.
So I think maybe she took the medicine. That's why she was like hyperventilating, because it was going to kill her. Yeah,
and I think she wanted to carry on Abraham's will of going down with a fight, because it's a nice thing they did. How they had conversations between each other.
I mean, it did get a little bit annoying.
It did.
Like, important scenes, it goes back to Sasha. Like, what
it would be nice if it, maybe one or two, but they just did too much. But other than that,
I mean, that was the important set off that allowed Carl to kill some people, and then end up Rick's getting shot, and then it's just everything's just confined to one. And I guess the big thing that the group's trying to realize is that they had to kill Negan right there and then, because the outposts are going to gather.
Yeah.
However, plans weren't the way they were supposed to be planned out. Shit hit the fan, and now Negan's back at the sanctuary, and he basically talked to Eugene about how did Sasha die.
And he had.
I think he has suspicion about Eugene, because I think what happened was those girls talked to Negan about he was making pills to have him get killed or something. He told him a lie.
Yeah.
And maybe Negan catching on that if these girls say he's making pills and now Sasha had a random death, could be connected.
Yep. And we just see Negan's whole group there.
They're at the hundreds at least.
Yeah. Who knew that World War III would happen right after the apocalypse? It's pretty impressive.
So thanks for joining us here today. Thanks for watching our skits, our reviews, our content.
Yep.
Leaving likes, subscribes, dislikes, whatever you choose.
Yep. And, Into the Badlands, our printer went off for a second, is going to be coming up tomorrow, not today, which is kind of...
Yeah, we're pushing it back because it is really late, and I think we had the... an hour and a half episode of Walking Dead, so we did go into it was 12 o'clock here. We started recording for our stuff, our skits. So most of all, like, share, comment, subscribe, and thank you guys for tuning in.
We'll see you next October, I'm guessing, and enjoy the bloopers. Bloopers! So you want to see Sasha, don't you, Rick? Well, I'm going to have to get her caught up on a few things first. Just give me 1 second. Whoa! Ow!
Yeah, zombie hurts.
Ow! So you want to see Sasha, don't you, Rick?
Michael!
That wasn't even me.
I want Brenda.
You were waiting for it.
So you want to see Sasha, don't you, Rick? Well, I'm going to have to get her caught up on things. Give me 1 second.
I has to plug with them tonight.
God damn it. So you want to see Sasha, don't you, Rick?
Michael.
That's not my fault!
Your lines.
So you want to see Sasha, don't you, Rick? Well, I'm gonna stop doing shit. So you want to see shit?